Yes, we did.
Are you the same David Michael Garcia who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 2712B for the offense of theft of aluminum, brass, copper, bronze on August 9, 2022 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, I am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, violated condition number 4 of the county text of the defendant, David Michael Garcia, did in the mayor failed to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of November and December 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
I didn't realize I was violating anything. I've been hit in the head one too many times, and I by long time.
All right, so let me stop you for a moment.
Uh,
Mr. Garcia, let me stop you for a moment. So the question is whether you reported it or not, and that's either true or not true. And then if you have an explanation for the reason why you didn't report, that comes at a different part of the hearing. So the question is, did you hear what the prosecutor just read?
He said I did a report.
All right, so did you report yes or no?
No,
So is that true or not true?
that's true.
All right, state.
We'll waive the remaining violated condition.
No objection.
All right. Mr. Garcia, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, I did.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes,
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, there is not.
All right, state, what are you asking for?
State is asking for adjudication or revocation, Your Honor.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're not opposed to revocation. I believe he's got 327 days in, or 324. I've actually forgotten the exact number.
Okay.
Sorry about that. He has mental health issues, even though he's competent. He's had some head injuries along the way. And when he got out of jail and was given the paperwork, he lost the paperwork and couldn't keep up with the paperwork, and that's why he failed to report. I believe that the probation department was recommending that he be continued on probation. That would be our second request if you did not give him a judgment satisfied on this offense. I don't believe that it was a significant amount of money that was involved with the aluminum. It was, he told me that it was a refrigerator that was on a lot that they took some.
All right, so these are the questions I have. It says that he didn't report for November and December of 2023. He's been on probation since August of 2022. So I'm assuming, and if my assumptions are incorrect, let me know. I'm assuming at some point in time he reported. Otherwise, that would not be on.
I believe he was reporting, and he was also going to outpatient treatment. And he was doing this even though he was homeless most of that time. And the actual number of days he has in is 353.
But what it is, Your Honor, is the only reason why they did get these is I wasn't doing nothing.
All right, so here's the thing, Mr. Garcia, I am sorry to interrupt you, but let me stop you there. Here's the thing. If you want to tell me what was going on in your life, then I'm going to swear you in and the state will have a chance to cross-examine you. So do you want to tell me something?
Yes, I wasn't.
All right, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, please.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
David Michael Garcia.
All right, defense, do you have questions?
So why were you not able to report during that time after you were released from jail this last time?
Because they shipped my paperwork ahead of me to this place I was going, but they never came and got me. So I didn't know where to go. San Pedro, all I knew was somewhere on San Pedro, and that's a long street. And I don't, I didn't know where to go.
I've
And then, they had my paperwork, so I couldn't go see the probation. When I didn't know any time, any days, or any of that. And, I do got a place to go, and I will be off the street. And you ever heard of, Outcry Mario? Yeah,
Yes.
I have no further questions.
All right. State, any questions?
No question.
All right. Defense, you're asking for revocation. State, you're asking for revocation. All right. And are you in agreement with the request for revocation, sir?
If the state asks for 2 years, he probably is not in agreement.
I'm not in agreement with the 2 years. I do got a place to, that when I went to church, they have Outcry tomorrow here.
Yes, I've heard of that. So just one moment, sir. Just 1 second. Probation, what are you all requesting?
Judge, revocation, or if the court does not decide on revocation, TAP evaluation will be completed in custody along with intensive outpatient treatment and Center for Healthcare Services referral. He was rejected from drug court and he was not eligible for DDRF. He was released outright to proceed with intensive outpatient treatment. However, he absconded.
Okay.
I have one other thing, Your Honor. The prisons are not air conditioned in Texas. His health is not good.
All right. The court is going to find you guilty. And the court is going to grant the motion for revocation. The next point is for us to discuss time. State, how much time are you asking for?
None of the fact that restitution is still owed in the amount of $3,000, Your Honor, the state is requesting 2 years in the state jail facility.
Defense.
And Your Honor, I don't know exactly what the restitution was. However, there were 2 individuals in this situation. And so it should be joint and several so far as the payment is concerned. And there have been prisoners dying in the Texas prisons because of the heat. And I don't think he's done anything so bad that that's what the judgment should be.
All right. Probation, has he paid any of the restitution? It's $3,000 to Family Dollar. All right, the court is going to find you guilty. The court will grant the motion. The court is going to order restitution of $3,000 to Family Dollar. The court will sentence you to 20 months in the state jail facility and give you credit for any time served. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Oh, State, you may continue to confer. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? All right, because this is not a plea bargain agreement, you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, sir. After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. With regards to his application for deferred adjudication, the court will hear argument. State?
Your Honor, we're recommending deferred adjudication. Due to the nature of the case, it is one where we felt that it was appropriate here.
Defense?
If I may, Your Honor, I got to know Mr. Parker through this period getting ready for trial. He is a convicted felon. He pled during the pandemic year when he was in custody for a 1244 and understands that he's not supposed to be around weapons or anything like that. When we chose to go forward, he heard that you took off the plea deadline. And so we understand that we are pleading open to the court. In getting to know Mr. Parker, his outward demeanor is very quiet and stoic, but once I got to know him, he's intelligent, he's caring, and he's a hard worker, but he has 7 children. We got a good chance to talk last night. He went and talked to his family, and he understands that deferred adjudication isn't an option going to a jury. It's either guilty or not guilty. And he weighed all his options. That's why he's coming today asking me or asking the court to possibly consider deferred adjudication. I believe this is a changing point in his life. I know the state recommended to waive the fine, which helps my client tremendously. But I believe he will be successful on your deferred adjudication, and he's seen the justice system work in a different way, seeing the jury and coming this far. I know he's asking for a chance at deferred adjudication. I'm asking that you follow the state's quasi recommendation and please grant him deferred adjudication.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Brian Parker.
All right. Are you employed?
No, not right now, man.
So how are you supporting 7 children?
I go to honor and staffing. I do that like frequently whenever they have a job opening. So I recently was working at True Blue Granite and Stone, but I had to quit because I had to start watching my kids.
Children, kids are baby goats.
You know?
Kids are baby goats. So you're watching your children. How old are your children?
My oldest is 14. I've been taking care of him since he was 2.
But no, I want the ages of all your children.
My biological ones,
All right, how many biological children do you
I
have?
got 6 biologicals, and I've been taking care of.
What are their ages? The
Uh,
6.
8, 6, and my boy 5, 4, 3, and 2.
And the other child that you say is not your biological child?
He's 14.
Now, so you have a 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and 8-year-old. What are their dates of birth?
One is
Well,
December
let's start with the
2nd.
8-year-old. What's the date of birth?
Her name's Anna. She's December 2nd, 2014.
6-year-old,
Zalea Harris, December 19th, 2016.
5-year-old,
Anthony, he was born October 20th, 2015. I mean,
you're doing a question with me. I wasn't there.
I don't know the years that they was born. I can tell you all their
Oh, my mind.
birthdays and
Well, they need that. Let me just give you a hint. Moms are tired of being in charge of keeping birth certificates.
Mhm.
Moms have to keep the birth certificates. Mom keeps the social security cards. Dads need to start knowing that. So you need to know everybody. So the 4-year-old, what's the date of birth?
That's my October the 4th.
3-year-old,
October the 4th. I mean, no, his is February 22nd. And then I got a 2-year-old October 4th. They both by the same mama. They end up having the same birthday.
all right.
They 2 years
So you
apart.
have, so that's the same mother.
Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am.
How many mothers are with these children?
I only have two.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. And the 14-year-old, what's the date of birth?
His is February 5th. I don't know, I'm not his real father, but I've been there since he was like 2.
Well, see, I hate when people say they're not somebody's real father.
But I'm really,
You're the stepfather, or
no, I'm
you're
really,
just somebody passing
no,
through.
I'm his real father, but I ain't mean like, bloodline. No. But I've been there since day 1.
All right, you're gonna have to get a job. You have to support children.
Yes, ma'am.
As I tell everyone, children, you cannot put them at Travis Park and say, you've been created, go forth and live.
Yes, ma'am.
And children need more than love. I know people say, I love my children, I give them love. This is not Little House on the Prairie where somebody's working, bringing in the crops. You've got to financially support them. So it takes love, it takes financial support. And all of the children are going to need help with schoolwork. How far did you go in school?
Oh, I got my GED at like 16.
And what are you planning on doing with the rest of your life to better yourself?
I honestly just see my life as just raising my kids, making sure they don't go through what I went through.
Well, I mean, it's more than raising your children because kids are baby goats.
Mhm.
So, no, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm trying to figure out where you planning on going with your life, because a minimum wage job, it's going to be very difficult, even if the mothers are helping you and you all are pooling your money. A middle-aged job for 7 children is really not a lot. And then if your children decide to go to college, I think everybody here can tell you, depending on what they want to do when they go to college, every one of these children is at a minimum of $100,000. So 7 children, if they all decide to go to college, that's $700,000.
Yes, ma'am. I was trying to start a trade at SCI, but I had stopped there too. I was trying to get a trade for HVAC, but I stopped there too. I was just started watching the kids.
Kids are baby goats.
Baby goats.
That's the definition of a kid. It's a baby goat.
Oh, children.
Yes. All right. Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. When you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And you are going to get drug tested today.
Marijuana.
And what else?
That's it.
All right. You're not allowed to use marijuana on probation. You're not allowed to drink alcohol while on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And marijuana is not something that you should be using, period, when you have children, because you're trying to set an example for them.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you say, well, I only smoke marijuana outside the household. Guess what? Your clothes smell like marijuana. And then children go to school smelling like marijuana. And then when children go to school smelling like marijuana, guess what? All the other children know what marijuana smells like and they tease them. Ha ha, your dad used marijuana. Ha ha, your dad doesn't have a job. Because children can be cruel. And sometimes people say children are really, really cruel. They just don't have a filter. So they just come at it 100% honesty. And sometimes that's true, but then sometimes children have been raised a certain way and they are cruel. So don't let that be a hindrance from your children, something that you've been doing that's impacting their life in a negative way. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. There's a $1,500 fine. And who's taking care of the 7 children right now?
Their mothers, like right now. Like, what do you mean?
I mean, where are they?
Like today, right now?
Yes, because they're not in the
School.
courtroom.
Everybody in school.
Well, not the 2-year-old
The 2-year-old go to daycare.
and the 3-year-old.
He the only one that ain't in school.
So who's taking care of him?
His mama.
All right. So basically, you're going to get a job.
That's fine. I always get a job.
Well, you say that, but you don't have a job right now.
It's because
So yes,
yes, ma'am.
All right. You're getting a job. You're getting employment. You're an adult male. I will tell you, in my household, and I say my household, but when I was growing up, you know what the rules were in the household? You're either going to school or you're getting a full-time job. The end. There was none of this. Oh, I have these children. I'm taking care of them because I can't find a job. No.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think all sexes are equal, but at the same time, there's just something odd about a man not getting a job to support 7 children and the mothers getting jobs to support 7 children. It takes a team effort. And I think people here who are parents will tell you it takes a team effort to raise children. And part of that team effort is everybody bringing money into the household. All right, there's going to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And now you know, even though it's a 1244, you are not allowed to possess any weapons or ammunition because a 1244 conviction under certain circumstances is a felony conviction. You understand?
Yes.
And from here on out, everything that you do, you need to be asking yourself, is this a choice that could potentially result in me going to prison for 10 years? Do you understand? If there's a confusion, you think, maybe it will, maybe it won't, don't do it. If your answer is like, yes, if I get caught, this is what's going to happen, then don't do it. Because otherwise you have the potential for going to prison for 10 years, in which case your 2-year-old will be 12 potentially by the time you come out. And I think the last thing you would want is for your children to be visiting you at the Bexar County Jail or at some prison. You understand? All right. All right, probation will go over conditions with you.
Should we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.